Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Harry Potter. Now I do believe we were going to the Defence Against the Dark Arts class. Our fourth of the day, I think. Yes, that's right, and that's on the third floor, so that's not too far. And on the way we'll talk to some random people so you get an idea of the quality of random dialogue in this game. Someone told me all the first year classes are on the fourth floor or lower. Because they've not got as robust bodies and can't be asked to trample all the way up to the 7th floor constantly. Which incidentally is one reason, probably one reason half the year wants to be in Slytherin. It's down in the dungeons, as in not up on the 7th floor up a massive fucking staircase. Hello. Nobody appears to have a map, including Harry. You kind of just have to ask random people who are as lost as you are where you're supposed to be going. This guy knows where Charms Class is. This person is complaining about their teacher, clearly jumping headfirst into the spirit of something. Secondary school, yes, that. Anyway. This is where Defence Against the Dark Arts is, but before we can go in, Peeves turns up. I'm ignoring you, Peeves, Harry states self-contradictorily. And so Peeves casts a deadly curse on him. See, it appears to just give you a cold, which is the kind of harmless mischief a poltergeist will play, but in fact it actually poisons you. And drains your life force. I never thought Peeves was that overtly an evil character, but whatever. Fortunately, of course, we're going into the Defence Against the Dark Arts class. And here we meet Professor Definitely Not a Villain Quirrell, who's refusing to speak. Mr. Potter, are you ill? Whatever gives you that idea, fucktard. Judging from the symptoms, I'd say you are under the effects of mucus ad nauseum. Honk! Exactly. This calls for special assignment I would usually give only to a more polished student. But since you repelled a killing curse as a child and have no other particularly excellent features, find the counter curse. So off we go for yet another class that we're not actually in the classroom for. Apparently sneezing causes you to glow orange once every 3 seconds. Anyway, naturally the place to look for counter curse is in the library, which is on the other side of this floor. Fortunately, if you don't know that, Dumbledore randomly turns up. Go to the library. Well, he doesn't actually tell you where the library is. However, I've played the game before, so it's here. The library has 2 floors though, and I can't remember which one we have to be. I think we have to be on the lower floor. So we venture here, past the restricted section, which will be a plot point later. Down past the incredibly dangerous monsters that inhabit every public library. And here we are. I would usually refer you to the updated Counter Curse Handbook 2nd edition, but it has been missing from the shelves. It's been stolen. It was either stolen or someone is pulling a prank. Now, just because they're pulling a prank doesn't mean that it's not been stolen. It's still been stolen. It has been removed from its rightful place by someone who has no right to it. That means it has been stolen. My apologies. I've even offered a reward. And please do not honk in the library. So, yeah, it doesn't take a great deal to work out who's responsible for the theft. Madam Pinch doesn't seem particularly bothered that we're being assaulted. Fortunately, these enemies aren't that hard. You have acquired 61 sickles from a bat's arse. So we proceed out of the library in search of clues. You know, never mind finding the counter curse. You'd think a specifically anti-curse protection against the dark arts teacher would be able to cast it himself. But I've never been quite sure how Quirrell got his job. Because he never seems that effective a teacher. And I think we're about to die. Yep. Thanks, Peeves, you've almost killed me. And the resident nurse isn't able to cure the curse either. Now fortunately, as soon as we proceed back to the corridors, Peeves appears. And gives us a rather obvious clue. Maybe a muggle is studying it. Now fortunately, the Muggle Studies classroom is right nearby up on the 5th floor. I don't remember exactly where, I think it might be this one. Yes. And it gives us another clue. Try the TV! Which spits us into a secret chamber. Rather a nice one as well. It's a shame you can't come back here, use it as player housing or something. It's not quite as far upstairs as the common room. In any case, there's a boss battle here. So first I'm going to save. Then I'm going to scoff a pumpkin pasty. As you do. If you can find one. Navigating your King inventory is so annoying on this game, as it's in no order whatsoever. And here we go. We're fighting a purple troll. And it's pretty hard, and I'm probably slightly underleveled, so let's lay into it with Incendio. Which was not a good idea. I'm guessing it's resistant to Incendio. Okay, next try. That's more like it. He's not that hard, but he does have a lot of health. So it tends to be just, have you remembered to stockpile mana items? And we have, so we should be fine. And occasionally get a critical, which is nice. Ironically, the Pepper Up potion is supposed to be, in universe, a cure for the common cold. And in a rather roundabout way, it is being. Hey! Victory is ours! And we find a pretty nice belt. I think that's random loot. I don't think that's a guaranteed drop. And we level up. And we receive the secret Muggle pornography stash. Which we immediately use because I'm sick of this poison. Now see, I've been through that quest knowing what was coming, knowing where we needed to go. I've done it in 10 minutes while stopping off at random intervals to chat to you. However, I hope you can understand when you're not prepared for it, it's more difficult. I don't actually mean that to sound like a bad thing. This is one of the more well thought out quests in the game. I mean, the clues are pretty damn simple, but for the target market of this game, I'm actually quite impressed with that. Anyway, so you use the curse book and your curse is gone. And we'll equip that belt as well. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. And we learn somehow the mucus ad nauseum spell, which, as you might well figure, allows us to poison an opponent and can be quite useful. Take a good look around here, because I don't think you can get back in. But you can nab a card combination from there. So I'm just going to check the rest of the room in case any other items. No, doesn't look like it. Alright, let's go. Oh, you can't get back in, what a shame. Dumbledore randomly turns up again. He's stalking us. And reminds us that we should return the book to the library, which I had forgotten about. Thanks, Dumbo.